let's share this real quick. So this is in regards to Cardano. I never talk about Cardano, but I will tonight. So I want you guys to see this because I thought this was pretty big. Cardano to welcome first privacy token protocol this month. Like, I think they're saying it's going to be out on the 30th. I don't know. A lot of crazy dates have been happening. We talked about the whole thing on ISO 222, obviously. It was a nothing burger for the last couple of days. But here we go, actually talking about Cardano in this ecosystem. Now, like I pointed out before, when it comes to Cardano, the one that really stood out for me in the past was Ajax, Singularity Net. We covered that, like, I think back when it was like 4 cents. That thing exploded to like over 70 cents. So every now and then, there's a good project or a great one that comes out on Cardano. As you guys know, they take their sweet time. This is where they get a lot of their criticism, but their emphasis has always been on quality. So is that such a bad thing? Well, I guess it's bad if you're a type of person which you just don't want to wait for something to build. But the Cardano ecosystem pushes towards innovation, new privacy enhancing token protocol to launch later this month. And basically is referred to as Encoins. I'm going to get into that in a little bit here. But yeah, privacy focused. Demand for confidential blockchain transactions becomes prominent. Encoins, ENCOINS, just in case you're wanting to look this up. I think it's called like ENS on CMC. Revealed Monday, as in today, that its new token-based protocol will launch on the Cardano mainnet on November 30th. Now, in a bit, we'll give you like this little gist of it, right? This is just an intro. I'm trying to do a little bit more of these things a little bit more often. But yeah, they have this whole thing that was posted straight from X. It says, "Are you ready?" Quote, Encoins is on the verge of an exciting chapter poised to launch on November 30th and attempting to revolutionize secure private transactions on the Cardano blockchain. This launch is not just about technology, more about empowering individuals and let's take you to this for a second. And creating secure haven for the digital interaction. Encoins protocol launch November 30th. You know, some people are kind of like amazing, huge. I mean, you know, some people have been following this for a while, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Jump back to this page real quick. Dubbed the Encoins protocol, because again, the source comes from Crypto Basic, okay? The new solution will ensure transaction confidentiality using zero knowledge proof, ZKP. You've seen some other particular blockchains and DLT talk about zero knowledge proof. It's a particular cryptography, right? On the user-facing end, the project will enable users to lock ADA coins to mint Encoins. Interesting. So, if anything, if this gets more of this mass adoption, by having more ADA coins locked up, well, think about it. Why do we put so much emphasis on burns, especially lockups? So this is going to be a win-win for Encoins, and it's, of course, going to be a win-win for you and me who hold ADA. The team calls Encoins a bundle of NFTs. Since each NFT records the encrypted value of the locked assets, users can move the NFT privately with on-chain data, not revealing the amount of ADA being transferred. Again, back to the whole thing of what you saw up here about the zero knowledge proof ZKP cryptography. Meanwhile, using the protocol, users can redeem locked ADA anytime anytime by burning their Encoins allocation. So again, they both go kind of hand in hand. This is a win for both. Encoins notes that only the user with the minting key can redeem Encoins locked in the protocol. So there's that. At least you can still have access. Meanwhile, the Encoins protocol will use decentralized relayer networks to sign and approve transactions. This creates a utility for the project's ENCS token. Cool, because we always want to talk about utility, which validators will stake for a chance to confirm and earn fees and ADA. So, I mean, both are really, really complementing each other here, right? Additionally, end users can stake to validators to receive a portion of staking yields and, of course, fees. Looking beyond its, of course, imminent launch, Encoins also disclosed plans to release a second version of its protocol in 2024. Cool. The team is further exploring the potential of building on Cardano's privacy-focused Midnight protocol. Huh. Interesting, right? All right, so there's more to it than just this, obviously. And if anything, I'm going to take you to this next part that we have, and it's this right here. Here's their actual site. It's encoins.io, and like I mentioned, guys, it's not like a deep dive, but this is more or less an intro. I want to get into some of these things. Of course, they have the white paper posted there and so on. But again, the whole thing of, data privacy and so on. You guys know, I always cover JASMY. We always talk about, data privacy. And I like the idea that now finally I'm starting to see something impressive from ADA that stands out. Now, I'm going to also state this. This doesn't mean that I'm going to be covering ADA all the time. But I do like seeing things that, catch my attention, and especially if it's something that's going to be coming out at the end of this month. So Cardano native tokens, I should say, with encrypted redeeming values. They have an app that you can get more into. Tells you how to mint it, how to use it. Again, these particular coins can be used on the Encoins ledger for their upcoming shielded account system. It gives you an idea of how to go about this in regards to the Encoins token. They have a roadmap, obviously, but I want to get into this part right quick in regards to the mainnet launch, because we can talk about the testnet all night long. After the public test and audit, everything will be ready for the mainnet launch. Users can now mint, trade, and transfer Encoins using their wallet, Encoins ledger. Again, guys, this is coming out pretty soon. They have ecosystem integrations. Again, going the whole thing of Cardano. See, going to create these into Cardano ecosystems, including wallets, DeFi, NFT dApps. Again, this is utility in motion. This is why I want to point it out to you guys. They have native asset support. Encoins protocol only supports wrapping of ADA. This will eventually be extended to all native assets on Cardano, including Cardano NFTs. So it's not just specific ones. All is all. So again, for all the criticism that ADA gets, like, we don't see enough of the utility being used. If this ends up being their premier platform next to just Ajax, for instance, this could be real game changer, because we'll finally get one solid quality project that doesn't just access, for instance, the Ajax side of things, but accesses all. This is why I'm paying attention to this. This is why I'm bringing it to you guys. So again, this is the site. Now let's take you to CMC real quick. It's up just a tad bit, nothing too crazy. But basically speaking, I want to show you this right here. If you're interested in this, it is called ENCS. You can pull it up right on CMC. You can also pull up, I think, also on CoinGecko, other outlets as well. We don't currently have a verified market cap, but you guys can look more into it if you want. Maybe because it's obviously not launched yet. But basically speaking, yeah, there's nothing in circulation. My bad, because it's not launched yet. Total supply is only, you guys want to talk about scarcity? This is scarce. So you're only going to have 15 million of these. So my God, that's wow, right? Max supply matches that. If you wondered, is there a current fully diluted market cap? I guess the answer is yes. It's 11,335,415 contracts. There's the proof that it is built on Cardano. So there's that. Let me give you some more info. So basically speaking, all-time lows was I don't know if it must have been like a pre-sale or just I had to look more into that, because I was thinking it was not completely fully released. But all-time lows, like I said, September 27, 2023, basically was 24 cents. Again, I don't know if that was because of a pre-sale or whatever, but nonetheless, it just show that. And then so it's been up 203% since then. And then the highs, I guess, was back in July. Interesting. And of course, we're now at 75 cents. So even if you're a person that came in at, September 27th, I'm reading this wrong. I apologize. If you're a person that was lucky, it came in at the September 27th mark, and even at right now 75 cents, that's not too bad, right? Is there, again, guys, this is an intro, so I'm not going to be perfect at this. Here you go. Bitcoin markets. MinSwap, Vi Finance, Wing Riders. Never heard of that one. I of course heard of Sunday Swap. We understand when it comes to Sunday Swap. That is Cardano's, swap. Like kind of like you have XTC, you have XSwap, you have, BNB, Trust Wallet, you have, Pancake Swap, that particular dApp. Sunday Swap is on Cardano. I've known that for a while. Doesn't do the most amount of volume, but if anything, it's grayed out right there. I don't know. But anyway, these are the only ones I know that you can get it on. And again, I can't really vouch for any of these because I've never used any of these. So there's that. And apparently these are decentralized exchanges. Yeah. Okay. So again, you can look more into that. Let's take you to a little bit more of what we have in regards to this. They do have a Twitter. Here it is. Not a big following or anything like that. But again, privacy protocol on Cardano, utility tokens, yada, yada. And then get more into this. Here's a little bit more about what it's about. Again, privacy focused, privacy protocol. Users can create NFTs, aka Encoins, with secret redeeming values. These NFTs store the redemption values in encrypted format, thus enhancing, of course, user privacy. Encoins conceals the amount of ADA. You're getting a little bit more of what we shared before, but a little bit different translation. Conceals the amount of data in your wallet when you transact with other users and dApps. Users you interact also enjoy a boost to their privacy too. Ledger mode enables sending and receiving payments in Encoins using Encoins ledger script. It gives the recipient privacy provided they do not withdraw. For example, if they also make ledger node or mode payments with these coins. Be sure, of course, having your circulation, all that stuff. So I'm not going to get into that so much. I'll take you back over here. Here's some of their most recent news. Talks about this Verge, right? There's some of this other one highlighting what's going to happen in 10 days. And again, just a lot of focus on what's going to happen in 10 days. I want to pull this up for a second. And it says many people have overlooked this video in which this person, who is Vladimir Sinyakov, is the founder of ZK Fold and Encoins, building on Cardano. It says that many people have overlooked, I guess, him in this video. He shares some details and hints about the future of Encoins. Pay attention to what he says about being in more protocols, right? Take note of, for instance, his words and his approach for 2024, as it seems to be something giant. I don't know. Do more of your own research. Again, it's just an intro. I may, do more of a deep dive in the future. But he says, take a moment, think, and see how significant this can be. Again, guys, we never really talk about Cardano. Maybe it's finally time to talk about Cardano. If you appreciate this content, please smash the like. Let's go ahead and play this. It's only 45 seconds. Here we go.
So first thing is, we're here at the Cardano Summit 2023, and now hopefully we can sit down together again in 2024. Yeah. And so you guys have your launch coming up in a month. What are you hoping for, like, in the next year that you would like to see from the Encoins project?
Yeah, so as I said, we want our strong side is the backend, the protocol itself. So we want to integrate with different protocols and basically to become like an invisible protocol that acts in the background, right? Providing privacy to as many users as possible on Cardano.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much. So first thing is,
all right, that was pretty cool. I do want to jump back to a little bit more about this for a second. So let me get into this. And I just want to give you just a little bit more. This is in regards to the mainnet launch. So I'm going to share this, and then I'll give you the last gist of what we have for you tonight here in a bit. So this one, and I'm going to go ahead and retweet this. It says, one of the most charismatic influencers in the Cardano community, which is this guy, right? He's Irish. His name is do you pronounce that? I don't know. I guess just Paul. I don't know. Community enthusiastically shares news of Encoins mainnet launch, of course, November 30th. And this is just a quick little video about this. Additionally, he hints at the upcoming meeting with the team in 2 weeks, promising more updates on Encoins. Stay tuned for these last few weeks. It's set to be a fun experience during the holidays. Could be. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But thought this was interesting. I already reviewed this earlier in regards to this mainnet launch. This is a minute and a half, roughly. Let's go ahead and share this as well. Here we go.
So then looking at protocols launching on mainnet, and we have an announcement from Encoins to say that they will be going to mainnet on Cardano on November 30th. So some people might remember the name because I talked to the team probably maybe 2 months ago now at this point about what they're trying to do and how they are bringing privacy to the Cardano blockchain. I will be running a relay node in the network to help support it and to see how it all goes. And I'm going to catch up with the team again, maybe in the next 2-3 weeks, to find out how they've progressed since we last talked and what their plans are for the future. Any questions about Encoins, then let me know down below and I'll make sure and include them in that call. On a very high level, they're bringing privacy to Cardano in the form of you can wrap up your tokens into NFTs. They can be split out and the transactions for them are private, so nobody knows what has been transferred within them. You do have to unwrap them on one side, but you can unwrap them into multiple NFTs, so nobody knows exactly what's in any of them. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that. We did get into it a bit in the initial interview, and we'll go maybe a bit deeper in the follow-up call, which will maybe happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So congratulations to the team. It's great to get to this point, and I'm always excited to see new protocols launching on the mainnet. Next up, we move on to...
All right, like I said, not that long. And basically speaking, let me just double check my settings real quick. All right. So in conclusion, let me just pull up some of my notes, right? Because sometimes people want to relax and take notes, right? How about this for a second? So, we talked about how the Encoins specifically work, gave you some examples and so on. I want to talk about, for instance, this decentralized relay node system. So for one, Encoins employs, if you're aware of it, a decentralized relay node system. It enables ENCS tokens holders to stake their tokens. Participation allows them to actively support network operations and in return earn a share of transaction fees. I mean, that sounds really cool. Right? That's why I want to point that out. Some other benefits other than obviously privacy, you can leverage Cardano's security. Encoins is built on Cardano's robust blockchain platform, inheriting its security features. You're also going to be able to preserve functionality in regards to the Encoins. It's going to help you support sending and receiving ADA, for instance. Be able to stake and earn, of course, rewards. All right. So what about like the current status of all this instead of just like the future outlook and so on? We'll get into some of the future stuff as well. You got to keep in mind, right? So this ZKP based approach that we talked about earlier, gave that example for that one particular gentleman. This mechanism is going to provide high level of privacy, without compromising security or of course functionality. Now, as this whole thing matures in regards to Encoins, it is expected to gain wider adoption and play a significant role in enhancing privacy within the Cardano ecosystem. Its potential applications include private payments, confidential DeFi activities, and of course, secure data storage. That right there is big. Secure data storage, because now I'm like, all the things that cover with JASMY, for instance, I'd like, to see some of this kind of be mentioned in regards to Cardano. Obviously not the same use case. We know that. Obviously, I'm also into Filecoin because of secure data storage and so on. I like the idea that now Cardano has something that is going to be a little bit of, take a little bit of this from, this idea and some of these other ones and bring it into it and so on. I'm telling you flat out, this is why I'm pointing it out, because I feel as though it's a big deal. And finally, We're starting to see something like a quality project that they always been talking about being introduced to us and so on. And if it really is the key towards mass adoption, and it's a win-win for both ADA holders and even Encoins, that's a good thing. You also got to keep in mind, this is a relatively new project, true. And there's, of course, the whole concept of long-term success remains to be determined, right? Like, you know, anything like this, there's always, of course, a risk. Again, do more your own research, not financial advice. But it's important to conduct thorough research, like I mentioned, by doing more of your own research. And at the end of the day, see if it's for you, you know? I mean, but like we point out earlier, not even on this particular show, if you're into meme coins and whatnot, I mean, you've taken a chance on garbage. I want to take a chance on something that even has scarcity. I mean, just to double check real quick. Yeah. I mean, this is nuts. 15 million. I mean, I always talk about quant. Obviously, this is not quant, but, you know, quant, for instance, is 14.88 million. So this is just like right around, you know, the type of supply quant has. I don't know. It could be big. What kind of potential does it have? You know, we talk about looking for the low market cap gems. Could this very well be a gem? Well, that is yet to be decided, but we'll see.